It was late at night. The wind was howling, and on the small railway station, only a single tube light flickered weakly. The scattered trash on the platform rattled with the gusts of air. Alex walked forward with his bag hanging on his shoulder. His train was scheduled at 2 a.m., but the station was completely deserted. Only a stray dog barked somewhere in the distance, and the old posters on the walls fluttered and tore with the wind. He looked up at the large station clock, 12:15. The ticking sound echoed unnaturally in his ears. At the corner of the platform stood an old waiting room. Its door was half open, and a faint glow of a tube light seeped out from the darkness. Alex thought, since the train would take time, he could rest inside for a while. As he stepped towards the door, a voice called from behind. "Hey, are you waiting for the train too?" Alex turned. A man stood there, a friendly face, a faint smile. He introduced himself as Jack. Waving his hand, Jack said, "Come inside, spend the night here. By morning, the train will surely arrive." Alex hesitated for a moment, then nodded and followed him inside. The scene in the waiting room was strange. Wooden benches were cracked and broken. The walls had peeling paint, and in the corner hung an old fan, motionless. On the wall was a large clock, but its hands were still stuck at 12:15. Inside, a few other people sat, a woman writing in a diary, an old man lighting a cigarette, while smoke drifted slowly into the stale air, and a young man sitting with his head bowed, eyes closed. The silence was eerie, almost unnatural, as though someone had stolen their voices. Jack sat beside Alex on a bench, speaking casually. "Where are you headed?" Alex replied, "Just a short trip, heading home." Jack smiled faintly. "Good. But remember, sometimes the journey is where you are forced to stop." Alex didn't understand his words, but he ignored them. He glanced at the clock again. Maybe it was broken, but his heartbeat quickened when he noticed the hands hadn't moved at all. He asked, "Why isn't this clock working?" Jack's smile widened slightly. "By morning, you'll understand everything." At that moment, the woman with the diary stood up and slowly came closer. In a whisper, she said near Alex's ear, "Everything will be clear. Just let the night pass." Alex's heart pounded. He noticed everyone in the waiting room was staring at him. Their eyes were hollow, lifeless, as though no light remained within. Suddenly, the tube light flickered. Its glow flashed and dimmed rapidly. A gust of wind slammed the waiting room door shut. Startled, Alex rushed to it, but the handle wouldn't budge. It was as if the door had been sealed shut. Behind him, Jack's voice echoed, no longer soft and friendly, but cold. "What are you doing, Alex? Just wait for morning." Alex turned. Jack's face was blurring, fading into something inhuman. His eyes shimmered with a cold, endless light. Alex shouted, "Who are you people? What do you want from me?" The woman handed him her diary. With trembling hands, Alex opened it. Inside were old newspaper clippings pasted together. One headline caught his eyes. 25 years ago, a speeding train derailed at platform number 3. 7 passengers and 1 driver, waiting in the room, burned alive. The diary slipped from his hands. Terrified, Alex looked at Jack. Slowly stepping forward, Jack's voice thundered. "Understand, we are the ones. Our journey ended that night, and since then, we wait for new travelers." Alex staggered back, grabbing his bag, pounding the door with all his strength, but it wouldn't open. Then, the young man, who had been silent until now, raised his head. His eyes were nothing but deep, endless black. With his neck twisting unnaturally, he glared at Alex. "You can't go back now." The old man puffed smoke from his cigarette. The smoke swirled in the air, forming hideous faces, burning, screaming, writhing in pain. Alex trembled violently. "Please, let me go. I'm alive," he cried. Jack placed his hand on Alex's shoulder. The touch was icy, like frozen stone. They all say the same. But when morning comes, everything changes. Alex screamed until his voice broke, banging helplessly on the sealed door. Suddenly, a beam of light cut into the room. Morning had arrived. The door creaked open on its own. Alex bolted out of the waiting room. On the platform, everything seemed normal. People were sipping tea, reading newspapers, talking casually. It was as though nothing had happened. The station master walked up, frowning. "Son, where were you all night?" Alex stammered. I was in the waiting room with Jack and the others." The station master's face went pale. He quickly made a cross with his hand. "That waiting room was shut down 25 years ago. And Jack? Jack was the driver who died that night." Alex froze. His blood ran cold. He looked down at his hand. Clutched tightly was a railway ticket, the same one Jack had given him during the night. The ticket was old, torn, half burned. On it, the date read October 25th, 1999. A faint trail of smoke began rising from his palm. Alex tried to scream, but his throat produced no sound. Then, in the hollow silence, Jack's voice whispered in his ear, "I told you, you're safe with us. Now, you belong here too." The camera slowly zooms onto Alex's terrified face, frozen in horror. In the distance, the haunting horn of an old train blares, and the screen fades into pitch black.